Ooh, can you do a taste test?
Oh, sure, can. It's going to fall out. Really good.
How much for 10? Hey, ever since my son's birthday, I haven't been behaving at all. I've been eating a lot of junk food. I've been eating cakes and I've been eating a lot of carbs. So I've decided to get back on track, whatever it takes. Now, I'm using EKADASHI as an opportunity to do that. And what I'm going to do for this EKADASHI is I'm going to push myself to do a 40-hour fast.
Madman. You're a madman.
Earth and water.
And that will reset my dopamine system, which means I won't be craving that much for the sugary and carby foods. And of course, it'll be a bit of a battle. When I see them, I might want to eat them, but I will try and restrict my hunger pangs with black coffee, salt water, and meditation, and diverting myself to doing some deep focus work. All right. It is currently 9:30 and I'm not hungry. I was hungry. When I started drinking black coffee, I don't feel hungry anymore. And my focus, I have absolute clarity and I'm really doing some good deep focus work. I'm going to continue doing that and I'll let you know how I go. Hi, I'm Dinesh, a biotechnologist, a genetic engineer, and a change consultant who is passionate about transforming your lives for achieving healthier and happier outcomes. I totally know what you're thinking right now. Who has time to watch a 45-minute long video? Trust me, fasting has been transformational and life-changing for me and several of my friends. These 45 minutes is a lot less than what you would be spending at the doctor's office just waiting in the queue to get that diabetes or blood pressure medication, or a lot less time spent at ICU if you have a heart attack or stroke. So I strongly recommend you watch the entire video and take home some tips and courage to incorporate fasting into your day-to-day life. If you're time poor, maybe you can watch it at 1.5 or twice the speed at the settings below. And please hit that like and subscribe button and support me in transforming many more lives. Also, I have a very exciting news to share. I've recently created community groups in WhatsApp where I share instant tips, recipes, and scheduled reminders to keep you motivated to stick to healthier habits. It is absolutely free. If you'd like to join, please click the link in the description, and thank you for watching. Okay, it's 12:30 now and I'm actually feeling hungry. Now, the intensity of hunger will be completely dependent on last time how much you were able to push. For example, if I go grab a snack now, if I'm going to go eat a slice of bread, then what brain will learn is that this intensity signal will push this person to get food, right? So next time what brain is going to do is to push you at that intensity even at the start of your hunger. So the most important thing is not to give up right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a jug full of warm water. I'm going to add some salt to it and I'm going to gulp it all down. Now that should satiate me and I will not be hungry. Remember, if I give up right now, that's it, end of story. Okay, one thing I want to say that this is not very hard for me because I do fasting every single day. So my brain knows that, okay, this guy just doesn't get food anyway, so there is no point in giving that signal out. But what tends to normally happen is at the 24th hour mark, say for example at 6 p.m, the signal gets intense and I'll just feel so hungry. And if I'm giving up, if I'm going to go reach out to a snack or have a meal, then my brain is just going to do the same next day at the same time. Now this is tied to circadian rhythms as well. So what's very important is not to give up and satiate yourself with lots of salt water. Not too much salt, just a little bit, and then lots and lots of water. That will definitely help you continue on with your fast. Okay, so the best part is the hunger just disappears. As soon as you finish drinking water,
That's a spicy meatball!
yeah, you have to let the air out. Yeah, as soon as you finish drinking water, then your hunger just disappears and you don't really feel like eating any food because your stomach is so full. Now let's talk about how am I feeling. Is it too difficult? Like I said, I've been fasting 24 hours in the last several days, so it's not difficult at all. It will get difficult at that 6 p.m. point because that's when I tend to give up on food. Let's see how I go, but today I'm very determined to drink water at that 6 p.m. Mark. Now, mentally, how am I feeling? I'm feeling very alert, very focused, and I'm physically feeling very active as well. I'm not bloated, I'm not feeling drowsy. And in fact, I'm thinking I should go to the gym and do some workout, but then I have some work to do. I'll finish off what I need to do and then I'm going to hop on to the gym. I'll see you soon. Okay, talking about exercise, recently a clothing brand, FIOBOC, contacted me to try 2 of their Performance Pro collection. One is a long sleeve drop cut fitness t-shirt and the other is an active crew neck long sleeve tee. FIOBOC is a Fabritech, meaning fabric and technology oriented menswear brand which sets new standards for comfort and style in men's essentials. Their mission revolves around 3 core principles: comfort, confidence, and ensuring that your wardrobe is a worthy investment. I was skeptical at first because I always use top brand activewear and how this would stack up next to them. But after I tried them, oh boy, I'm impressed. I've worn these 2 bad boys everywhere. At the gym working out, dropping my kids at school, out on a trek, for a walk, and everywhere and anywhere, even while I'm making these videos. These shirts have this super stretch and moisture wicking technology with butter soft comfort. Even during a heavy workout and on the treadmill, there was absolutely no moisture in this t-shirt and it's mind-blowing. And mind you, I sweat like a cartoon character. Both shirts are super stylish with their seamless construction, and I recommend these over some reputed brands like Nike and Gymshark that I've tried. I must say I'm fairly impressed with the quality, comfort, durability, above all the style and fitting. It's better value at the same price point as other brands. Now, if you'd like to try them out, use the link in the description and get a one-time 20% exclusive discount. Alright, back to the video. Okay, life is not as straightforward as you think, right? I mean, you have family and you'll have to balance them, and family tends to keep throwing curveballs at you. Now, what kind of curveball did I get? I'll show you. That's a courier that just arrived. It's a surprise courier. I didn't expect this coming. Typically, this courier from India tends to have food and some of the food that I ate growing up. So it means it's very personal. But surprisingly, I don't feel like eating it because I think it's been a really, really long time I've had this type of junk food and I'm not currently craving. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to show you what's in there, and I'll still continue my fasting, but I don't know what will happen at 6 p.m. when things will start to get a bit difficult. Let's open this up. The smell of pickles and food and curry just exploded in my mouth and my nose. Yeah. That's supposed to be laddus, but it ended up becoming a powder. Some of them are still intact, but
एक बात
most
बताइए
of it is
बात में होती रही है पहले मुंह मीठा कीजिए
to inspect
लड्डू खाइए
for any mold or anything growing, and that's a challenge. We keep telling our moms and parents not to keep sending this because they might just get destroyed in transit, and they may also go off as well. So it's not worth all the effort. Let's see, there's another carton box. Let's see what's inside this one. Yeah, here is some Indian newspaper. I just felt a bit nostalgic as soon as I've seen this. Because I used to see this when I was a child. I'm going to throw it in the bin anyway. There is a Scrabble, and turns out that's for my son, who is 2 years old. Well, we might open this up in 4 or 5 years. Okay, these are absolutely delicious, and it's really testing me, because the smell has invigorated the desire in me to eat this, and that's where it helps when you tie it to a religious purpose. So I've taken an oath as part of my religious purpose that I'll be fasting, so I can still keep going, and this is not dominating my desire to break the oath. This desire is not as powerful as that, so I can continue fasting. There is lots of other food as well, but I'm not going to open it all up and show you. But the reason why I'm showing this to you is to show that things like this do happen, they do come along. And if you're feeling, if you want to break your fast, think of it whether it's a desire that you'd like to eat food, or whether it's true hunger, whether your body actually needs that food. If it's true hunger, then water should satiate me. That means if I drink a jug of water, I won't feel hungry anymore. But if it's just pure desire, then the water is not going to cut it. Now that is more of your brain trying to get you to succumb to those tastes and to those smells and so on. So you need to identify what that is. If it's desire, then maybe try and drink some water and keep going. But if it's too hard, so remember, your brain is going to learn how you behave. So which means if you just succumb to this and you eat it, then next time your brain is going to it'll ask you to do the same. If you push longer and longer, then your brain will try harder and harder, but it'll learn also at the same time the intensity of signal needed. But at one point, it's going to break it. And that happens with time. With time, you can train your brain to learn to prolong your desire, to curb your desire for a longer period. But at one point, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. It's like that's the physiology which will dominate anything. So you will end up succumbing to it. But again, you can always, at that point, you can always replace it. If that's a habit that you're trying to break, such as alcohol or some other habit, then you can always replace it. Or maybe you don't necessarily have to eat a burger. You can probably eat something more healthy and still try and break that habit. So you don't have to necessarily feed on the burger. It is definitely tempting, but it's not that strong. I'm actually surprised, because these are my favorite snacks and my mom knows it. And but on any other day by now I would have smashed a lot of this, but I'm still strong. I'm going well. All right, it's almost 4:45. I have finished my work. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm not hungry. I was a little bit hungry, but I'm still sipping on my black coffee. There is last little bit left over. I don't really recommend having black coffee at this time because it will impact sleep. But for me, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to go to the sauna, and I'm going to sweat it all out. So it shouldn't impact my sleep that much. Again, before going to the gym, I'm going to gulp down a big jug of salt water, and that should keep me hydrated, and I shouldn't get any muscle cramps, or I will be able to push more weight for sure. I'll see you later.
Hi.
Okay, I just got back home from the gym and I burned around 242 calories. And there's something strange that I noticed at the gym. What happened was my heart rate was not going up as much as it normally does when I'm doing weight training. Typically, it jumps up to 120, 110. Sometimes it drops down, but at a minimum, I maintain an average of 80 beats per minute. but I'm not too sure what was going on. It was way below. It was at about 65 or so. I could only think that my body was trying to conserve energy, but on the other hand, I was able to push more weight. In fact, I lifted heavier weights than I normally do. And after that, I did some jump ropes and all that. So the intensity, maybe it was less intense, but I feel overall I've done better than what I normally do. I spent a lot of time in the sauna, so it's important that I get my electrolytes back because I was sweating a lot in the sauna. I would have lost a lot of electrolytes. Now, if I continue like this, then I will still really hungry. So it's very important that I again chug a huge jug of salt water. How am I feeling? I'm feeling absolutely fine, fully alert, fully focused, not craving for food, not hungry, and I'm not starving. And I in fact want to jump and do some work. It is 8 p.m. Surprisingly, I am not hungry at all. I'm thinking of food so that I want to see how I'll feel. I'm thinking of food, but I still don't want to eat it. And so in the last few times when I failed, the missing piece of the puzzle is salt. So having salt water continuously, big jugs, definitely is helping me. Like, I'm not even interested in food. I can smell food. My kids and my family just had food. I can smell rice and whatnot, but I'm still not dying to eat food. So I can keep going. Now, there are two things I want to touch upon. One is I'm having sleep tea. Now, this tea has chamomile, lavender, organic hop leaves, organic valerian roots, and organic lemon balm. All of these are known to induce sleep, so you'll sleep better. Now, this is very important because I don't want to be waking up halfway in the night and wanting to eat food, and I don't want to come and eat food. Now, I'm going to have magnesium as well. Now, magnesium helps fall asleep and it will reduce muscle cramps and so on. Now, this is similar to salt. It is some of the minerals I'm depleting my body of. This is kind of rejuvenating that into my body. One other thing I want to be careful about is that I don't want to be drinking too much liquids and I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night. And then if I start thinking of food at that point in time, I'll struggle to fall back asleep, and then I might even break my fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a huge jug. Now, because it's 8 p.m., I'm planning this accordingly, right? So because it's 8 p.m., I'm having a huge jug of water. Then I'm going to have a huge jug of tea, the sleep tea, and then I'm going to have my magnesium. And before I fall asleep, which is about at 9 p.m. or so, I will go to the toilet so that I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. And I do have sufficient amount of salt going, and I'll have a good night's sleep. I hope to have good night's sleep. So let's see how it goes, and I'll keep journaling my experience. And absolutely don't want to eat food. Surprising. And I'm feeling good. I'm focused, active, slightly sleepy, not very much though, but I think it's a good thing and a bad thing too, because typically at this point in time I'll be like, oh, I just want to go sleep, I can't be bothered. All right, without any further ado, let's get this liquids in, and then I'll go into my bed and I'll tell you what's happening with me. While the water is boiling, typically I use this strategy all the time. I go through a period of whenever, especially there is a festival or a celebration, I binge a lot of food, and after that I'll be like, nah, I need to break the chain. So that's when I do this prolonged fasting. And I did successfully do 3 days fasting as well in the past, but I think the missing piece of the puzzle was the salt water, which I haven't been having lately, and that was causing me to succumb to eat food. Now this is my overnight drink bottle. I'm going to add some salt into this as well, just in case if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll have some salt water ready to go. Okay, let's go to bed. Come on. Okay, here we are in my bed. Now, a few things I wanted to cover off, right? In the night times, I used to do video editing, and when I'm video editing, I need to see the colors, and the every laptop and every electronic device has something called a night mode, and in the night mode is where you don't see blue, you instead see red and green. It's more red than anything, and the reason why that feature is available in all the smart devices is purely because blue light in the night will disrupt your sleep. You won't get good quality sleep. Blue light in the sun, blue light comes out in the morning, and that is to activate your body, to wake you up. And in the evening, that's why sunlight is more on the red and orange side. That will induce melatonin production and you'll fall asleep better. Now, all these devices to trigger that now in all these devices to trigger that dopamine response, they create more and more blue light, and they increase the brightness 1000 nits, 2000 nits, 5000 nits, and whatnot. So now that will definitely impact your sleep. So what I have started doing is I stopped doing my video editing in the evenings. I do it at 6 p.m. or so, or I do it early in the morning. Now what I'm doing in the evenings is I still have my tablet here, my laptop, and I tend to do script writing. And I turn on the night light setting in the corner, which is at the right bottom corner, and I put it in full red, as much red as it can go. And then I do some script writing, which needs a little bit of thinking and a deeper thinking and stuff. And when you do that, you tend to fall asleep. So that's good. So I do a little bit of writing, and then I have my book here. I do a little bit of reading. I may not progress too much on the book, 2-3 pages, but that's good enough to make me fall asleep. And then I have my tea. Sometimes I have sleep tea, sometimes I have relaxed tea or something like that, just to calm myself down. Now, let me talk about my fasting experience today. It's incredibly impressive. I would like to shout out to What I Have Learned channel, who has recently done a video on their 7-day long fast. And that's where I learned that it's a salt that will actually push you towards eating food, and it's not the food itself, your hunger. It's not your ghrelin or your hunger that's creating it. So it's good that I've learned that, and I'm applying it, and I'm still able to fast. Now, I know fasting is very difficult for some of you, and that is purely because your brain is pushing you to eat food. You have to break that chain, and the only way you can break that chain is using these tools and try to push towards a better health. Now, fasting has significant amount of benefits. There's so many benefits, not just fat loss. Your brain functions better. You'll reduce the risk of your Alzheimer's. Your body will recycle all the waste material that's going around. So it reduces inflammation, whatnot. The list is endless. And in fact, when you fast for prolonged periods, you'll actually build muscle, because you'll secrete a lot more human growth hormone. And once you start feeding, if you feed on high protein diet, then you'll build more muscle. So for time being, you might look like you're losing muscle. That's purely because you would have lost water, you would have lost glycogen and so on, and your body may not have sufficient carbs to swell the muscle up, but it's not, you're not going to lose any muscle mass, I'll tell you that. So when you feel that it is difficult for you to fast, always think about your surroundings, your family, and think about why is it important for you to be healthy. You are enjoying, whenever, like I said, for my son's birthday, I did eat food outside. Okay, sorry, my phone battery has died, so I had to put it on charge. Anyway, so yeah, I did have a lot of fun. I had lots of sweets, which is cake and stuff, and had lots of carbs. So now it's time for me to recoup and break that chain and get back, on track. Body tries to tap into fat that is nearby. So you would start burning all the fat on your liver. So if you have fatty liver or your cholesterol is going up, fasting is the best tool. But again, provided you should consume high protein and low carb diets afterwards. All right, so far I'm enjoying this fast. It's not difficult, trust me. You just need to get into that habit, and I'm sure you will do it, and I'm confident that you would do it. I'll continue documenting my sleep. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll make sure that I'll not forget to record the videos. One other thing that's been helping me a lot to fall asleep is Bose noise cancelling headphones. Now, these are the best active noise cancelling headphones that are in the market. I've done a lot of research and purchased these. Now, in the night, I put them on and I put it in quiet mode so I don't hear anything. I do a bit of meditation, and when I try to sleep, I put them on and I just zone myself out completely from the surroundings. And I tend to think about stars and universe and whatnot. That has been really helping me fall asleep very, very quickly. And in fact, I'm getting some really nice deep sleep. So I have my Bose earphones as well. One other thing I wanted to talk about was if fasting is too difficult for you, trust me, when you fall ill and when you get those diseases like diabetes and cholesterol and strokes and heart attacks, it's going to be even more difficult. Now, when you're doing fasting, be mindful of your pre-existing medical conditions and make sure you speak to your doctor. Particularly if you're diabetic, I don't recommend doing fasting. There is separate strategies that you'll have to engage in when it comes to diabetes. And also, if you have high blood pressure, then you cannot have all the salt that I'm having. So I would strongly recommend you consult a doctor or a nutritionist or whoever, an expert, to give you proper guidance and coaching through your fasting. But if you're a healthy individual like me, like I had a little bit of cholesterol, not too much. It was just at the borderline, and I was fasting and it went back right down. So it's not an issue at all. So make sure that you do your due diligence before you jump into things. But on the other hand, if you're a healthy individual, I totally recommend you do this. This is fantastic, especially for my focus and for my brain, how I'm able to think through and my thoughts and how I can do some deep focus work. It's excellent. And also, if you're looking to build muscle like me, then that's good too. Good morning. So I slept very well. I didn't get much deep sleep though, but my sleep. Yes. Okay, it's been almost 36 hours since I'm fasting. I'm keeping up on my salt water. And I did sleep really well. It looks like I didn't get enough deep sleep, and that has impacted my motivation. I'm not very motivated because deep sleep is very important for your dopamine production. And if you don't get enough deep sleep, you don't have enough dopamine and you won't have that much motivation. But the other ways that I can boost my dopamine is by having a cold shower. It's about 2 degrees here today, so I'll have a really nice cold shower, and that should give me a dopamine boost, and I can get cracking at my work. How am I feeling? I'm hungry? No, not at all. I'm not at all hungry. I don't want to eat any food right now. I'm not hungry at all. I'm not craving for food. I don't have any headaches. I'm not feeling lethargic and non-energetic or anything like that. I'm feeling focused. I'm energetic. Only thing is that motivation bit is not high, and that normally happens to me when I go to the gym and the sauna. The next morning I don't really have that much motivation, so it could be either the sleep or the gym and the sauna itself. All right, I'll keep you updated on how I'm going. Okay, I just want to quickly add, I'm actually feeling very agile. I'm not feeling lazy or lethargic anymore. I'm feeling like I want to run. I want to have so much energy. So I'm just going to jump into a quick cold shower and we'll see how we go.
That cold shower. That cold shower was bloody intense. My skin was burning. Like I could, but I can also feel my fat disappear. So I can feel the muscle under my skin. So it was good. So now I'm feeling really charged and really energetic. Yes, it was painful. The cold shower was absolutely painful because it's just bloody 1 degree outside. So yeah, but I'm supercharged and pumped right now. I'm not hungry. My mood is good. What do you want, Sanjay? You want this one? My mood is really good. I'm feeling positive and I'm ready to get some work done. And I'll go drop the kids at school, come back and keep some work going. Okay, I just made myself some black coffee. I'm not going to drink any more water because I'm going to go drop my kids at school, so that's a bit of a drive and I don't want to be wanting to go to the toilet. How am I feeling? Absolutely clear, absolutely clean, not craving for food, not hungry, no headaches, nothing. This is mind-blowing and I'm feeling very light and very agile. Yeah, it's exceptional. Like I can feel when you have food, you're on that side, and when you're not having food, you're on the very lighter side, and it's really good. The feeling is actually fantastic, and my brain, my head, I'm thinking very cleanly, very clearly. So yeah, it's a win-win, and this coffee should keep me going until midday. All right, let's go. Say hi. Sanjay, hi. Hey, yeah, it's me. So, it's a glorious day here out. How am I feeling? I'm feeling perfectly fine. Not hungry. In fact, I have no appetite for food. But black coffee being a diuretic, that means it'll make you thirsty. My throat and all is a bit dry. So black coffee is not really helping me anymore. So at this point, I will switch to tea and I'll have some salt water. It's almost 12 o'clock. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a walk as well with my son. Who doesn't want to be in the sun? You get more dopamine from sun. Sunlight is very important for your dopamine and for your motivation and for your overall mood. So as soon as the sun comes out, go for a walk. I know work is busy, you have a lot of things to do, but that is not priority. Your health is your priority. You have to make health and your well-being and your mental health a priority. So my son is taking bath. Once he's done, I'm going to baby wear my son, go for a long walk, and come back, and probably it'll be 2 o'clock or so by then I'll break my fast. Now, why did I pick 2 o'clock to break fast? It is not that I can't keep going. I have some desire to eat food, and that is purely a desire. I'm not hungry, totally not hungry. I have no appetite, but I have some craving, and that's very subtle as well. It's not that it's pushing me so hard that I have to eat food. Now, why 2 o'clock is because that's when I typically break my fast, my intermittent fasting. I know I've been recently doing 24-hour fast, and I've been breaking fast at about 4 p.m. or so. I'll see how I go. Look, in the religious angle, I was supposed to break fast between 7 and 10:30. But look, it's okay. I'm not so wedded to it. So yeah, I'll keep going, and I'll keep you posted on my mood. I'm feeling positive. I can even go to the gym. I'm feeling active. I'm feeling really strong. No lethargy, no drowsiness, or no headaches, or nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm feeling very light, and I'm ready to go for a run or jump or gym or swim. Anything. Yeah, it's just that electrolytes, I need to take them back in, and I'm good to go. All right, I'll catch you soon. Okay, me again. Sorry, quickly. I said coffee is not helping me, so I'm going to set coffee aside, and I'm going to drink some salt water. In fact, I feel I'm very dehydrated. I really want to drink something, and I'm not going to drink warm water. I'm going to drink cold water because I'll feel better, refreshing. Nice. I'm going to get back to work now. Okay, just got back from the walk and it was intense. My son is getting a bit heavy. I think I've done about 3,500 steps and my heart rate was at about 105, 108 mark. Yeah, I'm feeling okay, still not hungry. Again, the desire for food is there, but I'm not hungry. I'm still feeling energetic. I'm feeling okay and I'm going to do some more work and I think I have meetings until 3 o'clock, so maybe I'll start eating at 3 o'clock. I'll catch you then. As you are progressing through the fast, the blood glucose goes down by 16 hours and you get hypoglycemic. This triggers the production of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, which triggers the production of human growth hormone. It seems a bit paradoxical that when you are starving, your body wants to grow, which sort of explains why it triggers autophagy to recycle dead and cancerous cells. Human growth hormone, as the name suggests, supports growth of muscles, bones, and helps reduce body fat. But you must remember that you have to provide the bricks required to build, and building blocks in our body is fats and protein. So you must eat high protein and moderate amount of healthy fats. Hence why it is important to break your prolonged fast with a meal that is high protein, high fiber and healthy fats. Here I'm making tandoori tofu sandwiches with a salad. Okay, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling energetic as well, but my brain really wants to eat these flavors. I've marinated my tofu. I have a meeting I need to attend. I'll finish that meeting, I'll come back and I'm going to destroy this tofu. And it's not hunger, it's purely desire, nothing else. And I just want to, all the flavors are just coming into my mouth. I'm thinking of the sandwiches, the yogurt bowls and the proteins and all that I eat, the protein powders and all. And I'm purely wanting to eat it for the sake of the flavors and nothing else. It's just desire. But energy-wise, I'm full on energetic, switched on. My brain is functioning really well. I'm able to articulate really well. And I have absolute clarity. And in fact, I can go to the gym and work out as well if I just keep drinking some water. But my brain is pushing me to eat food because I committed to eat food. So maybe in the next round of fasting, I'll probably go beyond 40 hours. But for now, I'll finish the meeting, come back and make some sandwiches and destroy them. But hey, I love life. I love to enjoy. So I'm going to have an exception and have some snacks my mom sent. But I'll make sure I eat high fiber so my insulin spikes are low. Okay, the time has come. It's 3 p.m. So I've been technically fasting for more than 40 hours actually, 42 hours. So which is, I'm still not hungry. I don't need food, but come on. And typically when I'm fasting, you should break fast with high protein diet. High protein, some healthy fats. So I would say if you're a meat eater, you can go have an omelette, preferably egg white omelets with some cheese, some nuts and seeds. For me, I was going to have tandoori tofu sandwich with some halloumi and some high protein and low carb, high fiber bread. But sometimes I break rules. And today I'm going to start off with what my mom has sent, some traditional snacks. Now all of this might come up to say maybe 500 calories. It is high in saturated fat, but it's okay. It's high in carbs as well, and there's a bit of protein in it, not too much. But while I make my tofu sandwiches, I'm going to have this. Can you do a taste test?
Oh, sure. Can. It's going to fall out. Really good.
How much for 10?
9.
9?
10.
I'll live with 9. Okay, I finished my plate full of snacks, so I'm going to have chocolate peanut butter in high protein, low carb bread with some banana. This tastes delicious while my sandwiches are still being made. I really did not have any more time or patience left between work meetings, so I just made an open sandwich with salad on the side. At this point, the last thing I care about is the presentation. Bloody hell, that was a huge meal. I really got tired eating it. Now, it had 2,177 calories and 125 grams of fat. That's way too much fat. I normally eat about 60 to 70 grams of fat. Carbs, it's low, 100 grams of carbs and 128 grams of protein. So fiber, 40 grams of fiber almost, so that's good. However, I haven't gotten enough protein now because I am vegetarian and predominantly not dairy, so I have to get much more protein than that. So but I don't have any calories left, so I can't eat anymore, because if anything I eat will go to storage. What do I do now? So I'm going to go to the gym, do some workout, and then maybe I'll get 2 to 300 calories. I earn 2 to 300 calories, and then I can come back and have a protein shake, and I'm done for the day. I'm also going to have some green tea, and I'm going to do some work. Let the food settle in, because it's a very heavy meal. Lots of nonsense I've had. Once the food settles in, I'll be able to go and push some weights. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, came back from gym and sauna. It was hard. Because of that huge meal I had, I was really struggling. I couldn't push. My performance is depleted. It was too difficult, and I think it's because of that heavy, fatty meal that I had. If I had more of carbs, then I would have had a bit more easier energy. But yeah, fats normally tend to give you very slow energy. Now, I came back home. I just finished a protein smoothie with blueberries, and I have taken a magnesium supplement and a vitamin C supplement. Now, surprisingly, yesterday I spent 338 active calories, so whole day. Even though I went to the gym, I went for a walk, I've only spent 338 calories. Now that is strange. Today, I've done the same thing. I went for a walk, I went to the gym, and I went to the sauna. I went to sauna yesterday as well, by the way. And today I spent 895 calories, my active calories. And yesterday in the gym, I was surprised. My heart rate was going very low. Like, my intensity of my workout never changes. It's standard. And despite of me having the same intensity, I was able to push more weight for sure. But my heart rate was sitting at 60 and lower, which was very, very strange. But today it came back to normal. It was sitting at 80 and sometimes at 120, and it was fluctuating. And when I went to the sauna, I did a little bit of abs and crunches, and it went up to 140 and so on, which seemed very normal. But I can easily feel when I'm heavy in food, I feel very heavy. But because when I was fasting, I was feeling very light, very energetic. So today my total projected calories comes to 2,600.
That's a spicy meatball!
And I had eaten 2,621 calories, which is almost like maintenance calories. And now carbs, 137 grams of carbs, 136 grams of fat, which is pretty high. Typically, I get that type of fat from nuts and seeds. But today, I don't know, I just went a bit haywire, and I had all the junk food, and I had the snacks, and that has a bit of fat, and then I went a little bit extra on the olive oil and cheese side, which is a bit of saturated fat. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. That's fine. It's okay to enjoy. But my protein is 186 grams, which is fantastic, and then my fiber is almost 50 grams. It's about 49 grams of fiber. This is excellent. Everything is perfect except for the fat. I would have gone a little bit lower on the fat. Let's reflect on my entire timeline. Overall, what went well? It was fantastic. I totally enjoyed the process. In the last few times when I did fasting, I was actually struggling. And this is purely because I did not have enough salt in my body. And having this salt water has helped me significantly. So one thing I wanted to also flag is that I slept very well. When I drink the sleep tea, This is something me noticing when I drink that sleep tea. My deep sleep is often quite low. But however, my overall sleep is very high. So I slept for 9 hours plus, which is fantastic. But my deep sleep was only 9 minutes. This could be because of that tea, or it's because I had too much water before I went to bed. And that actually woke me up 3 times. Now, through the sleep, I'll be honest, the first half of the sleep is when I get the best quality sleep typically, but because I think my brain was like not very settled, not very happy that I haven't had food and stuff. So it was slightly trying to push me towards, oh, you didn't eat food and all that. And I was not very settled. But once I fell asleep, I was gone. And I don't even remember what happened. So I just woke up in the morning. Now, I woke up without an alarm. I woke up at 5. In fact, I woke up at 4:30. I went to the toilet, I came back, and then I couldn't wake up. I wanted to sleep. My body had no motivation, like I said previously, and then I had to do cold shower and whatnot. So yeah, maybe if I did this differently, I wouldn't have had so much water before I went to bed. I should have had more salt and less water. So that would have kept me going through the night, and I wouldn't have woken up so many times, and I would have gotten some good deep sleep, and then I would have had good motivation when I woke up as well. Okay. What didn't go well? The sleep, and then the other thing is the food. I think that's not typically how I break fast, for sure. I just went a bit rogue, and I had just all the junk food. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend just eating high fiber, high protein, moderately healthy fat, and lower carb meals, which is the best thing to do. Other than that, I'm super happy. I just love the process. And I'm hoping that this video will help you design your own fasting. But again, if you have any pre-existing medical conditions, please do consult with a doctor or an expert and get expert advice. Again, if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, I don't recommend you do fasting. You might have to consult doctor. There is a different strategy you have to engage on. You have to have your maintenance calories, increase your activity, have high fiber, wholesome foods, lots of beans, legumes, fruits and vegetables, and less of starchy carbs and stuff. Or if you have high blood pressure, obviously salt is not your friend at all. So that's something you need to work around. So depending on your particular scenario, if you consult with a doctor or a nutritionist or any expert, they might give you specific advice. All right. I hope this video will definitely help you in designing your fast. And I'm hoping that you're all going to get healthy. Until next time, take care.